I just saw the topic for this session. Rinpoche introduced the concept of Buddhism in daily life. So we've arranged the topic around this idea. Integrating Dharma into daily life is important because I've noticed that nowadays there are many people who study Buddhism, especially Vajrayana. They have lots of tasks to complete, like Nongdro's 100,000 prostrations and purification practices. But they are sometimes busy with work or chores to care for their families. So how can they complete both Buddhist practices while at the same time not be separated from daily life? Rinpoche, what are your thoughts on this?
Venerable Hai Tao has addressed this issue very thoroughly. Indeed, nowadays, on the one hand, we really need to care about our own practices. And on the other hand, we also have to ensure our family, our work, and really, our whole life is being taken care of in every possible way. Especially now when life is very busy. We still have to check our phones and computers almost every day. And there's so many things to do, like taking the subway and so on. So the question is, how exactly do we deal with this situation when all these different aspects get tangled together all at once? Some people might feel distressed as they're a Buddhist who has to practice many teachings while caring for their family and work. What should we do in this situation? Actually, the requirements of everyday Buddhism, integrating it into daily life, are really not that high. In their daily lives, everyone should be able to feel effortless to incorporate their faith in the process. Some people thought that Buddhism only deals with issues related to death, such as reciting the Buddha's name after death. Other than that, maybe there's nothing else. But actually, that's not the case. In every action, walking, standing, or sitting, you can apply practices. This includes meditation and Zen studies. Or, as we often advocate, this is quite popular in Tibetan areas, as you also know very well, when you're in a car or at work, chanting Om Mani Padme Hum and reciting mantras. And even when some of us are doing various kinds of work in our daily life, you can still recite mantras while doing them. Your faith in Buddhism doesn't require you to shut yourself away to retreat or practice. It's not always like that. When you're at work, or maybe when you're cooking at home, or whenever you're doing just about anything at all, as long as it's related to your faith, such as reciting Amitabha's name, practicing meditation, or even reading Buddhist texts, we all really hope to be able to use these in our daily lives. If, apart from our daily life, we need to find a separate Buddhist faith or practice, it'd be very difficult for people today. Because you have a family, you have a job, and competition is getting increasingly fiercer and fiercer, the pace of life is speeding up. In such an era, if we can't integrate Buddhism into our daily lives and everyday routines, I'm afraid that true practitioners would be very hard to find in this world. So we still hope for everyone to not be separated from practice in life. And at the same time, we each have the responsibility to practice. In fact, practitioners have two responsibilities. One responsibility is to your family, the other to your practice. If there's more, you might also have work responsibilities. So we say that we have dual or even multiple roles.